Let us begin our word problem by reading it out loud. 6 friends evenly split their lottery winnings. One of the friends decided to buy a $9,475 motorcycle with his winnings. He then had only $21,525. Determine the amount each friend earned and find the grand total of the lottery winning. Let us begin our strategy for problem solving by analyzing the problem. Keep in mind that the first thing you want to do when analyzing a word problem is identify what it is we're being asked to find. In this case, it's going to be the last sentence, which states that determine the amount each friend earned and find the grand total of the lottery winning. So we have two questions that we want to answer. The first one is we want to find the amount each friend earned, and then and tells us that we're looking for a second thing, and that second thing being the grand total of the lottery winning. So we're going to have two variables, so let us go ahead and assign our variables in step 2. So keep in mind that you can use any two letters that you want. I'm going to go ahead and use x and y in this case, and I'm going to let x and y represent the following. So x is going to be equal to the amount each friend earned, and y is going to equal the grand total of the lottery winning. So now that we have assigned our variables, let us continue analyzing the problem. So let's see what else we know. Well, we know 6 friends split their lottery winnings. So they won the lottery and they split it 6 ways. So the number 6 is going to be important for us. And also the fact that they split it evenly. So that means each friend got the exact same amount from the lottery winning. So now we move our attention to one of the friends. And we know that one of the friends decided to buy a $9,475 motorcycle with his winnings, and then therefore we know that he only had $21,525 left over after that purchase of the motorcycle. This is referring to the amount of earnings one particular friend got, and then we know that he spent that much, and after he spent that much, he was left with that much. So let us go ahead and start forming an equation. So now let's talk about this one specific friend. So this one specific friend, he made the same amount that all the other friends earned, which is x. So that's how much this friend earned. And then we know that from that, he made purchase. So we're going to subtract the purchase that he made, which is valued at $9,475. So he had a certain amount, he made a purchase, so that left him with a certain quantity, and that quantity is $21,525. So that's going to be our first equation. It's all about with respect to one friend, which is the same amount that all the friends made. So now let's go ahead and talk about the second equation. Now the second equation, we ideally want to focus on the grand total of the lottery winnings, which is represented by variable y. And that's going to have a relationship to the amount that each friend made. So now the question is, what's bigger, the amount each friend made or the grand total of the lottery winning? It's definitely going to be the grand total of the lottery winning, which is represented by a variable y. So now this is where the 6 friends comes into play. They split it evenly, but now we know y is bigger than x, and we want the second equation to be equal on the left side as it is on the right side. So we're going to want to multiply the smaller value, x, by the 6. So there we go. That's going to be our second equation. So now let us go ahead and start solving the equations. We'll start off by bringing the equations down. So x minus 9,475 is equal to 21,525. And our second equation is y is equal to 6x. Those are going to be your two equations. So now let's focus on the first equation. We want to get the variable x completely by itself. Right now we're subtracting 9,475 from it. In order to undo this subtraction, we're going to want to add 9,475 to both sides. And then that will help isolate the variable. So on the left hand side, the minus 9,475 and the plus 9,475 simplify out, leaving us simply with x. And on the right hand side, once we carry out the addition, we end up with 31,000. So we have officially solved for x. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and substitute this into the second equation and find the value of y. So we have y is equal to 6 multiplied by x, but we know x is now equal to 31,000. So then y, once we carry out this multiplication, we end up with 186,000. And we have solved for both our variables x and y, so let us go ahead and state our conclusion clearly. Since the question asked to determine the amount each friend earned and find the grand total of the lottery winning, we're going to go ahead and state our conclusion as the following. So we'll write that each friend earned $31,000 and the grand total of the lottery winning was $186,000. So now let us go ahead and check the result. So again, we'll start off with the original equations found in step 3. So we're going to have x minus 9,475 is equal to 21,525. And I'm going to go ahead and color code that x in green. And now let us go ahead and write down the second equation. Well, the second equation is going to be y is equal to 6x. So now we're going to go ahead and substitute these values in. For x, we know x is equal to 31,000. And we're going to subtract from that 9,475. And we hope that's going to be equal to 21,525. Once we carry out the subtraction, you will find that it is indeed equal to 21,525. So then our left-hand side is equal to our right-hand side, and that verifies that our solution is indeed correct. Now we have to substitute in for the second equation, so we'll have 186,000 is equal to 6 multiplied by 31,000. And once we carry out the multiplication, we do end up with the same value on both sides. So 186,000 is also equal to 186,000. And that verifies that our second equation is also correct.